Alaikum, this is Kamrul Hassan and welcome to my channel Learning with Kamrul Hassan and Facebook page Kamrul Hassan. Today I'll talk about communicative language teaching approach. So let's start our class today. Today we'll talk about background, features, communication, principles of CLT, teachers and students role. So let's begin with the background of CLT. That means communicative language teaching approach. The communicative approach seeks to make meaningful communication. That means we need to have a meaningful communication. We have to communicate and we have to learn through it. So we'll have a meaningful communication and then we learn through it. Language use a focus of all classroom activities. That means in our classes, whatever we used to do, whatever we give our students to do, aim of the class is to communicate and to learn the specific second language. The method came as a reaction against the grammar-based approaches such as the audiolingual method and grammar translation methods of foreign language instructions. That means communicative language teaching approach is the sum of the lackings from the grammar translation methods. That means we already memorized many things through grammar translation methods, but we are just unable to communicate with that. So finding these things in mind, putting these things in mind, we are collected the CLT and we have got the CLT. So we are this communicative language teaching approach to learn foreign language that ignore the goal of language learning is communicative competence. That means in audiolingual method or grammar translation methods, we all have grammar and translation, and we are well known and well conversed or competency in writing, but not in writing and reading, but not in speaking and listening. So that's why we have got communicative language teaching approach in order to be competent or fluent in communication or speaking or listening. Principles of communicative language teaching approach. Number one, learners learn through using it to communicate. I have just talked it earlier that we are using this language, and by using we are learning it as well. So that is our objective here, and that is not only objective but also our way of learning a foreign language. That's what has been talked here. Number two, authentic and meaningful communication should be the goal of classroom activities. So I have talked it earlier as well that we should have authentic and meaningful communication. We will have some kinds of subject or some kinds of things on which we have to communicate, and we have to make conversation. It could be many types of conversation, many types of things. We'll discuss it earlier in our video today. Number three, fluency is an important dimension of communication. So we need fluency. We have just learned it in grammar translation method. What is we have learned? We have learned writing and reading. Now we need to have fluency in speaking. So fluency is an important dimension of communication. So in this approach, in this communicative language teaching approach, fluency is an important dimension of communication. Number four, communication involves the integration of different language skills. So it needs different kinds of language skills. Number five, learning is a process of creative construction and involves trial and error. So you'll have to learn it on and on and on, and you have to practice it regularly, and you will make some mistakes. And in this method, error are not the fact here. You will make mistakes, and you have right to make mistakes. By making mistakes, you learn the language. So that is what has been talked here. So learning is a process of creative construction and involves trial and error. So communication, what types of communications we need to make or we used to do in these classrooms? So communication should be many ways, many types. So there are many types of communication we used to put our students in that task. So that could be from our right side, top right side, reading, television, message, media sender, internet. It could be phone, it could be news, it could be writing, email, chat, announcement, conversation, listening, discussion, and website. So we have lots of options to put here in this communicative language teaching approach. Features of communicative language teaching approach. Number one, use of target language as normal medium for classroom management and instruction. So if you target your second language, Hindi, English, Urdu, or Arabic, so in your class, this language should be practiced anyway. Number two, communicative approach is much more people oriented because directed by people's needs and interest. So I need to talk about this situation or in this topic. So we are practicing like that. So that is what has been talked here, discussed here, that communicative approach is much more people oriented. So I am here the only one. I need to learn it on my own. So we have learned it, that we have talked about it, that so we will talk, make conversation in this language, and not only make conversation but also making conversation, we will learn it as well. So number three, focus is on functional usable language. So whatever the language is, we have lots of conversation, we have lots of word meanings and vocabulary. So we will not talk about all the things. We will have functional, whatever we need to learn, whatever we will be able to, we will need in our daily life. Suppose we are going to United States of America, suppose, and then we will need English conversation, and then whatever kinds of maybe I am a salesman, then what types of situation will be there, we'll practice it. So that is what has been talked here. Functional learners should be able to go to foreign country, so prepared for reality they encounter this. So be able to go to foreign country, prepared for reality they encounter there. Success depends on the ability to do something with language. So you have to practice it. Your ability or your practice will make you enabled. Success depends on the ability to do something with language. So you have to learn your language through practicing it. That is what I was talking about. As many as you practice it, as you will be experienced on it, you will be skilled on it. So this is how you learn the target language. Now, students and teachers' role in a class in communicative language teaching approach. First of all, teacher's role. Teacher is a facilitator. He only facilitates and advises, less dominant than the teacher centered. So here in this class, they will be given a specific topic, and they will make conversation or whatever we have mentioned in our previous portion of this video. There will be many things. It could be writing, it could be listening, it could be speaking, news, everything. Students will do whatever they will, most of them, and teacher will be none but a facilitator, and he will look after all the students. So whether this situation is going on right or wrong, the groups are doing it very well or not. He will just facilitate or advise. Students are here only communicators. They will make all these things. Most of them will be done by the students. Actively engaged in negotiating meaning. They will make it, they will learn it, they will speak whatever the situation has been given by the student. So, and teachers will be here only facilitator or advisor. So that was my video for today. If you have any request, you can ask me. I'll try to make another video on your request. If this video helps you anyway, then pray for me, like my video, share and comment and subscribe. Assalamu alaikum.